Hello, the name is Daman Dev Sood, your host for my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. I'm inching towards a century, the century of these shows. Today, I'll focus on digital scams. To start with, this poster issued by Delhi Police, some of the scams that have been going around, including QR code scams, OTP frauds, ransomware attacks, digital arrest calls, KYC, know your customer, frauds, phishing, fraudulent online investments. These investments in the share market also with the help of deep fake videos, financial award schemes, scams, job scams, etc. There is no end to these. Very important to note is the national helpline number available for cyber scams or cyber frauds. Number is 1930. If you are in India, 1930. Otherwise, please know for your country. I would like to narrate cases from my personal life. It has been happening. It has happened to me. It can happen to us. That's what the intent is. This also gives you a flavor of different types of real scams. All these are real cases. So I lended money to a colleague who never returned. Also lended money to a driver who was known to me for about 5, 6 years. I had been taking his services, and he never returned the money. Lended the money to a professional fellow who never returned. And today I put a big question mark to this professional, whether he is a professional. All these three cases, by the way, are not the type of digital frauds. These are frauds happen to me. I didn't realize, I didn't think, I didn't believe that those people were cheating me. I helped them when they were in need, but end of the case is that the money was never returned to me. So now these become frauds. A known one lost 7 lakh rupees and there has not been any recovery. Once again, this is not so far in the degree of digital frauds. Again, it's not lending money, but providing services worth this, and then the person refused to pay. The case is still going on in the court. A known person lost a couple of lakhs in an OTP trap, and there has been no recovery so far. A professional fellow lost about 60,000 rupees in an OTP trap. I insisted that he filed a report. He took some time, he delayed it. It's been lucky that about 40,000 has been recovered, but there is no trace of the remaining money, rest of the money. A family member lost 40,000 rupees in a credit card fraud and there has been no recovery. My family members have been receiving threatening calls for a loan recovery, which they never had taken. And once again, this case will not fall into the real category of frauds, but it still is threatening, disturbing, fake, false, worrying. I myself received many times. Lucrative offers through emails worth millions of pounds and dollars. I have won a lottery, or there is a business proposal worth this, or some inheritance that needs to be passed on, processed through me, etc. I received many text messages as a job offer scam. I know a young student from Chandigarh who actually fell in this trap job scam. I received a mail about a pornographic content and again seeking money in cryptocurrency. I received a courier company phone call about suspicious content in a packet sent in my name, not by me, but by someone else. The sender's address details were mine. So even I would have been worried, especially the last two cases I'm saying, a mail asking me to pay in cryptocurrency, and again, an attempt by the caller to put me in a trap when there is a suspicious material content in a packet sent by me or in my name. I got worried, but I took break in both cases and then controlled myself. I did not fall in this trap. I did not lose any money. A closely known person, a friend, got trapped in a police digital arrest scam and lost 3 lakh rupees plus sleeps. This is the latest one, about a month old, few weeks old, and a detailed case study has been written on my website last night, published last night. Please go through that. The attempt in sharing all this is, once again, that it can happen. It has been happening to me, to you, to anyone, different flavors, different types. So we need to be alert. We need to be aware. That's the intention. Once again, repeating, please go through the website, my website. Case study has been published last night about this trap, digital arrest scam. To get out of these, to avoid these traps, I recommend this 6S cycle that I have developed. Sense something wrong happening, smell, seek, speak, share, and shout. Out of these 6 S's, 3 are very important: seek, speak, and shout. Seek help or guidance if you need to. Whenever you feel you are discomforted, please seek help, guidance. Speak. Do not keep it to the heart. We all have this tendency in the name of shame to hide it. Please do not hide. Speak, share with people, family members, friends, experts, authorities, police, and shout. Shout means if you are in pain, please once again share. There may be someone who will be able to help you. If you don't seek help, there is no possibility. So while in many cases I have listed, I said there was no recovery yet. But there is a possibility of recovery only if you first share, shout, or report. That's very important. My top tips. When you receive a call, what shall you do? Simple but effective. Let's go through these one by one. Avoid picking up calls from unknown numbers. Now, this cannot be done at all times, but most of the times by most of us, and this will eliminate the rest of the actions. You won't fall into trap and you wouldn't have to take any other action. Avoid picking up calls from unknown numbers. Shift to an intelligent telecom provider. For example, Airtel has recently added this AI assisted functionality that you see spam or promotional call or suspected spam while you receive a call. So do not pick up such calls. This again will eliminate the rest of the actions. Prefer landline to WhatsApp. The genuine companies or departments or officials do not call from WhatsApp. Ask them to call from their landline or ask their landline number too when you're interacting with them if you have not been able to take first two steps and you have started talking to them. You have not fallen into the trap yet. Do not be scared at all of these callers, scammers, or fraudsters. I know it's easier said than done, but this works. Verify the source. Always confirm calls from banks, police, or government agencies using official contact numbers. When you receive a call, please attempt to ask more questions. Their identity, name, department, locations, address as much as you can. And record these, please. Write these down. Stay calm. Stay calm. Because scammers use fear to manipulate victims. Pause, think critically, and seek trusted advice before acting. Take a break. Tell them you are worried and want to have a glass of water or cup of tea, and they should call you after 30 minutes. Or tell you would call them back, take their number. Attempt to get 30 minutes, at least 10 minutes, and trust me, miracles may happen and they may not call you again. Involve family or friends. Secrecy aids scammers. Always discuss suspicious interactions with close confidants. These 30 minutes or 10 minutes that you have bought from the suspicious caller, utilize this to verify other details shared by the caller so far, their name, number, address, location, department, etc. If needed, speak to a colleague, consultant, lawyer. Your chances of getting trapped will go down further and you may not need the rest of the actions. A report immediately is very important. Contact local police and cybercrime portals without delay as soon as possible. Time is important. If you report, so if you have reached up to this point, means you have been now cheated. You have fallen in the trap. Then report immediately. Actually report even if you have been able to avoid it. Still tell police this is what happened with you, with all the information that you would have collected from the caller: number, name, address, department, location, etc. Do not be scared of police. They are there to help you, and believe that the system works. So talking of India once again, National Cybercrime Helpline 1930. I've used it myself. And this works. And they are very courteous and helpful people. Please do not be scared of police at all. And never share personal details. Under pressure, we have a tendency to do this. So attempt to control your emotions also. Sensitive information about family, finances, or identity should never be disclosed over unsolicited calls. A point that I have not listed in my top tips, there were 9, but number 10 is this, that I would like to say, take some acting classes also. When you receive such calls, suspicious call, and you want to take that break from the caller. Act. My God, I got worried. I need a break. Please call me later, or I will call you after taking a cup of tea or having a glass of water. Act. This is a real case once again with my sister-in-law in India. We would understand my Bhabiji, senior to me, not an IT savvy or cyber savvy, a lady. She received a call. Your son has raped a girl. This lady simply says, how can this happen? He didn't tell us. And the father says, Madam, I'm telling you, your son has committed a rape. No, no, he will tell us. Always he will tell us if he's committing a rape. He'll tell us. I'm speaking in English, but all this was happening in Hindi. Ultimately, within 3 or 4 exchanges, dialogues, the person, most likely with folded hands, said, माता जी, मैं रेप की बात कर रहा हूँ, आपके बेटे ने रेप किया है. This lady will not be impacted at all. The caller was duped, or caller was uncomfortable, and he himself disconnected. This is where we need to take up those acting lessons, and I'm happy to help people if you need to learn a little bit of acting also. Sharing this case to impress upon this fact that please do not lose calm, stay controlled, answer back this way if you can, if you need to, just like my sister-in-law. An excellent case, according to me. Repeating, the latest case, digital arrest scam with a close friend in Telangana. Detailed case study has been published as a blog on my website last night. Please go through that. And if you have any questions about today's discussions, which were about scams, digital scams going around us, and how we can avoid these or avoid falling into such traps, or on resilience, about resilience as a whole, please feel free to write to me and I'll be happy to respond. Logging off. This is Daman Dev Sood, your host for my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday also. Bye bye.